Just before we start the video, guys, we've got over 20 people in the Discord now. Everyone's funny, we all debate about Kenshi, so if you want to join, check the channel description. Thank you. In my last farming guide, I spoke about all the crops and the various uses, what we could get out of them, but I never actually explained how to fully set up a base and what different levels of base we can have. So in this video, me and Clarkson are going to go start a few farms and see how we can make a profit. Let's get into it. One of the most things about starting a farm in Kenshi is the location. Now, we're settling near the Holy Nation, but we're not right in the Holy Nation. We want to be just on the outside where arid is 100%. Now, you're probably thinking, why don't I want to go get the green stuff? Well, because arid gives a lot of benefits and best for making money. You'll find out in a second. So, this is the start of our basic farm. This is the most basic farm we can have in Kenshi. It consists of a small building for storage, a little well there to get our water, and cactus. Now, the thing why this is a basic farm is a few things. One, we don't need any electricity for this farm. The water we get ourselves, we don't have any defences that we need right now, and the farming is purely done just by the land, so we don't need any electricity. Number two, this is a small scale farm. When we start Kenshi, we're not going to have a lot of money. Now, you'll see in there, I did have some funds for this video, but for most people who start Kenshi, it's going to be straight off the bat, just want to get a little farm set up, and this was very easy for us to grab, so little to no money, and we're only going to have small farms for now. So for this farm, what we really want is, we're going to want a research bench, which we can put in the small shack there, and we're going to want to research our, I'd say, what kind of crops we want to farm. Now, at the start of the game, every faction comes with the green fruit at the start, but green fruit is not really the best in arid areas, and I like to farm a cactus, and the reason why it's so good to be farming in arid areas is because we get cactus, we get hemp, we get wheat straw, we get a lot of them. Now, you can debate which some are the best, obviously which crops, but I like to go with arid. But this is our basic farm, and we want to kind of step this up now. So, which is why we're going to go into our more advanced farm here. So, we've now got 2 plots. You can have 2 to 4 plots on an advanced farm. See, we have started to get power going now. One of the most important things here is our well. Our well now is fully automated as we have research tech level 3. So, an advanced farm, we're going to be wanting to have a bigger building, a couple more crop plots down. This is once you've started getting a bit of a group going. I'm just doing this on solo right now just to show you guys. But once we've got an advanced farm, we have a little storage area here. So, these are the best farms for profit, as we've got a couple going, and if you see inside the big building, why I want this here is because we've started to get some buildings down inside. We've got the campfire, the food storage, the little bread oven there, but as you see what we're making now, the reason why most of our money is going to come from is this cooking stove here. Now, if you didn't know, you can cook food in Kenshi. You can get like dust witches, chew sticks. They're my favourite foods because the cactuses really, but if you look at all here, these are all the foods in the game that we can make, and the reason why we want to be making these foods is because if you look at the values, they're quite a bit to sell, and you're probably thinking, oh, what, so you just go to any bar and sell them? No. Stick around to the end of the video, I'll tell you why I want to be making these foods. But this farm as well, we do need electricity for it because as the cooking stove and the well gets upgraded, we're going to start need to using power. Now, I've gone for wind generation as my power because I believe it's better off in the earlier game because we don't want to have to go around the fuel, because you can make biofuel and you can start going regenerative food, so you can have like green fruit farming and then use some of that food for the fuel. But for now, this is our advanced farm. Let's have a look at the last one. Now, you're probably looking at the screen and thinking, Mongrel Shad, where's all the crops? Now, that's the thing. The crops, my friend, are right in front of you. And no, that's not a philosophical question. If we take a look in this building here, we'll see that we've finally gone to the end game farm and we've started to use hydroponics. Now, hydroponics are the top tier farm, and you're going to see why here. If we just watch this green fruit here, see 1, 2, 3, 4, just keep watching, I promise you something, 7, 9. So the reason why this is the best farm is because even though it says there's only 18 plants at the start, each plant has a bit of a percentage chance to give 3 each, and depending on your farming skill level, you then start to get more, so you can get 48 from inside. Now, the only downside to this is this takes up quite a bit of electricity, especially if you're mass farming, but the end game farm consists of, you can place your building anywhere as long as you've got hydroponics. You can see I've got another wind generator on the go, but we're going to be needing a lot more power for this. So the end game farm, we can farm anything. The 4 hydroponics we can have is hemp, wheat straw, green fruit and rice weed, which means food from all across all different areas. We can get anything we want. So let's say we want to start a campaign somewhere. Let's say we finally want to go fight the United Cities. and we want to go make a base over there, like a little in the middle thing, so we'd have to keep trekking back to our base. We slap this down, and then we put a couple of hydroponics down, so we'd have to worry about food. Done. The only downside is, to get hydroponics, we are going to need some AI cores and some ancient science books, and I believe that it's tech level 5 or 6. It's one of the end game ones, the hydroponics, but the rewards are immense. And another thing about the end game farm is that now we've done all this and we've got food on the constant go, we're literally going to be drowning in produce, so we can start making all the food. And when we start making the food, we start making the money, and this is why it's called How to Make a Profit. Because most people, what they do is they grab the produce. A friend of mine who was playing the game, actually, he was literally taking the green fruit out and stuff, and then he was running it down to a shop to sell, which is okay, but when you really look at how to make money on this game, it is immense. So what we want to do is we want to start varying first. So if you see my little setup here, I've got wheat straw, I've got green fruit, and I had some cactuses from last time. It is a bit bad that the cactuses can't be grown in the hydroponics, but still, we've got good enough here. So let's take it to the next bit. So as we see here, we're now in Squin and we've made all this food. Now what we're going to do is, we've bought a place. I've done something bad. You should always build a building instead of just buying one in a town, because I've evicted some of the residents, which might affect how much people are getting to my shop. But right now, see this woman here, she's going to have some little bit of a voodoo dance. But if you just watch on the left closely while she has this little voodoo dance here. Give it a second. Boom. 2 things bought at full price. Now, the reason why that is so powerful is thinking, you go to one of these towns like Squin or Admag, they're the best in the game. I'm going to be doing a video about the best place to set up shop. I normally go to the Holy Nation, but for some reason, the Sheks are a lot more, they have more buying power to me. So when it comes to look at farming as a whole for profit, there are a few things I like to consider. Number 1, the best food to sell overall is a food cube, and a food cube can be made by combining bread with green fruit, and the reason why is because it sells for over 1,000. Now the bad thing is, because in Kenshi it's not really known, but the shops, they do work, it's just very buggy, and every citizen here has money, but it works in a sort of like a daily wage sort of system. Now on the fandom wiki for Kenshi, you can see every troop's sort of purse, and then you can kind of decide who's going to spend what. So the worst people to sell to would be like people in the hub and a few people in the United Cities, because the United Cities are very poor unless it's like the samurais. But the Sheks, they have a lot of money. The Holy Nation also have a lot of money, but when you get to a certain point in the time, they start fighting everything. Like they start to fight the starving bandits, start fighting the wild bulls, so the customers are going to be a bit weaker. So in my opinion, it'd be the Sheks who have the most buying power. And when it comes to what to sell, I didn't look over it in this video. I have an older video and I might remaster it soon. But grog also is a very well, like rum. Producing alcohol is also a very good way to make money, because it only costs 5 ingredients and 1 water, and then you can make quite a couple hundred cats. But at the end of the day, in my opinion, the end game farm is probably the best one, but what most people have is the advanced farm. You don't need to go overkill when it comes to farming, as I like to, you know, chill out a bit with farming. It's not just for money, it's something I like to chill out doing. But thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment what you want to see next, or if you have any questions about Kenshi itself. Thank you, and remember to have a good one.